quarter of this year, we really had a bad security situation that is still it's deteriorating because of the election that we had and because of many other consequences of increasing the international troop in Afghanistan and these things. On education, it's the same, that if we can say everywhere we are hearing that right now women can go to school, there is many universities, school for girls to go, but the reality is, yeah, this is true, that physically there are some schools, but in those schools there is no chairs, there is no stationery, there is no proper, there is no professional teachers, there even they don't have teachers for some of the subjects there. And on the other hand, security, as I said before, mostly families prefer not to send their daughters to school because many cases happen that on the way they have been raped, they have been kidnapped, they have been, acid has been thrown on their faces of the girls. Girls' school has been poisoned by different kind of gases. So how a family can think it's protecting their, and somehow they think the only way to protect their children not to send them to school. It's better not to get education if they are suffering from all these things. And political participation, I can say that still Afghanistan, do we have quota system? Quota system means that some seats have been reserved for the women within the government system, but in reality we are not receiving the votes. When we, the women activists, are going in advocating for that at least you accepted the quota system, there should be some seat. Women should be in politics. Women should be, in the government system. Women deserve to be part of, all society. There should be the parliament and the cabinet and the government and all this. And the answer that we are receiving back, they are saying women still are not able to do it. We don't have professional women to do it. We don't have women to take part in the decision making. And the quota system, and in a way that women cannot be in the high level position, cannot be minister, cannot be deputy minister, ambassador, head of the departments, but the other seat can be. And on the other seat, how a woman can take decision, and this is the the reality that many law is going to be passed without considering the women, because we don't have any women in those committees, especially in the policy making and decision making levels. And I think due to the shortage of time, I'm just going on the health sector that we are going to discuss more about the sexual reproductive health and its consequences on the woman. As Afghanistan is culturally and socially a country that is a traditional country, and on the other hand, a conservative country, mostly woman is not giving the power, or woman is not giving the authority and rights to take decision even on their life. Even to have the birth spacing, women have never been given, the rights. It's mostly the husband to decide whether we should have next child, whether we should have or not, or all these things. Women are a kind of slaves even in their, in their reproductive sector, that we can say that we cannot even take the decision. And mostly, this is the husband who decides, and even the parents of the husband is deciding regarding this, and women can obey all of these things. And Afghanistan is right now, according to the UNICEF, we can say Afghanistan is the second country that have the highest maternal mortality rate. And the reason is that because we don't have proper hospitals with professional doctors, without any equipment, with the low facilities for them. So this is the reason that mostly women are suffering, and there has been billions of dollars arrived in Afghanistan to protect women on the health sectors. But we can see that still Afghanistan is in the second line of that women still are suffering, not only because of the society, because of the culture, because of the tradition that we have, because of the family system that we have, but from the other side, women is also suffering, and it's, of course, it has direct effect on the women health, on the women health, and also on the children health. And so these are some kind of we can say, failures that I want to share regarding the sexual reproductive health, that Afghanistan is still have a very high maternal mortality rate. Women have less access to go to the hospitals, especially with the women nurses and doctors, and family planning, and also birth spacing, that still there is no vaccination for their children, for themselves, and also there is even their access to the basic health services. It's something very incredible, because the provinces that HAWCA is working, we can see that in most of the provinces in the western and the northern part of Afghanistan, there is not even a single clinic to provide the basic health services for a woman. If a woman is pregnant, and of course during the pregnancy, the precaution before pregnancy, and during the pregnancy, after the pregnancy, they don't know because of the, I can see illiteracy is also another factor, and the awareness raising of women on these issues and another factor, but most of the time they are facing a lot of problem, and if they want to go to the hospital, they have to walk more than 5 hours to reach the city to go to a clinic, that even at that clinic there is no proper facilities. Mostly women prefer not to go because they have to walk this long distance. On the other side, because of the security. On the other side, alone they cannot go. At least someone has to, a male member has to accompany them in the villages, in the district still. So due to different reasons, a woman cannot reach to the station, that at least they should have a proper access to the health. And while they are giving birth at home, after that, most of the time it happens that after that the mother starts to have many gynecological problems. The child has been faced many other health issues. Even the child has been died, the mother has been died. So with many of these kind of cases, and as I said, I think I'm running short of time. So just I want to have a quick review on the gender-based violence or violence against women in regard of reproductive health. Because in our country we can say that, I think according to WHO, that it's not only Afghanistan. Gender-based violence and reproductive health is a global issue around the world, but Afghanistan is suffering the most because of being a very traditional country, that most of the cases, violence against women has its bad consequences on the health of the woman, especially for a mother and for a pregnant woman, that how they are facing. And the same is with, if we can see, with the adults and girls, that in Afghanistan is still early forced marriages, and that they are even starting from 7, 8, and 10 years old, that is starting to get married by force or by any other kind of reasons, how they are suffering. And this is of course the effect of gender-based violence. And this girl is suffering because at least right now as a mother, as a woman, she has to have some rights to enjoy and their country being a mother, but unfortunately this child is being re-victimized in many other sectors as well. And the other issue is that I just wanted to have a quick highlight, and then I will, if we have time for the question answer, then I will try to elaborate more on each section, is the illegal of abortion, that is still in Afghanistan. Abortion is illegal unless a woman is in a very bad condition. Then the law is permitted to do abortion, but she has to provide with different certificates from the hospital, from the authority of the hospital, that it shows that she's in a danger and she has to do the abortion. But 98% of the cases, it happened that they are not allowed to do it. And we had the cases in our shelters, in our centers that we have, that the woman, because they were not allowed to do the abortion, she has died after that. And the current challenging facing women on the health sector, we can see security depending to the doctor, and also financial problem. Still Afghanistan is depending on the donors, and the culture barriers, economic barriers, education, geographical side that still we don't have, lack of skilled birth attendance, the poverty, literacy, and all these things are, different factors that still women are suffering.